So I was rewatching The Office again. Something really bothered me. Why does Michael hate Toby so much? In fact, the very first time that Toby was introduced, Michael already hated him.
Hey, we're not all gonna sit in a circle Indian style, are we?
Get out.
Sorry.
No, this is not a joke. Okay? It was offensive and lame. So double offensive. This is an environment of welcoming, and you should just get the hell out of here. Okay, let's go. Let's do it! Come on, let's have some fun, everybody.
The next time we see a Michael and Toby interaction scene was in episode Hot Girl.
Is Toby from Human Resources. Katie, Toby.
Hi.
Toby, Katie.
Hey, did you go to Bishop for hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. What year were you there?
89.
Toby's divorced. He, recently, right? You and your wife? And you have kids?
Oh.
A girl.
Oh, it was really messy. He slept one night in your car, too?
I should probably get back to my table.
Okay. All right. Cool. See you in a bit. Oh, hey, she's cute. Cutie pie. Back to work. I live by one rule.
This scene gave us two information. 1. Toby is in HR. 2. He is divorced. This scene also showed us that Michael will insult Toby even if there's a complete stranger right there. Michael hates Toby so much that he'll do anything to get rid of him, like in the season 5 episode Frame Toby, where Michael puts salad, which he thought was drugs, in Toby's desk in the hope to get him arrested by the police. In fact, Michael's hatred of Toby has even led him to this. What could possibly lead to someone hating another person to this degree? Well, in an episode, Michael says this.
Michael?
Yes, Toby.
I need to talk to you in your office. It'll just take 2 seconds.
Literally 2 seconds. Toby is in HR, which technically means he works for corporate, so he's really not a part of our family. Also, he's divorced, so he's really not a part of his family.
This clip heavily indicates that the reason why Michael hates Toby is because he works for HR. And because Toby works for HR, he has the ability to tell Michael no. But then I realized that Toby doesn't really have that much power. Sure, he tells Michael from time to time that what he's doing is inappropriate, but Michael still does it. And then there was the finale of season 4, Goodbye Toby, and Michael was introduced to a new HR rep.
Hey, stand up.
Toby's replacement. Wow.
So what do we know about her?
Well, we know that Toby thinks she'll be great. Now, strike one. I hate her already.
I hate her too.
Why do you hate her?
He instantly hates her before even knowing anything about her. But then this happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Oh, hey, do you still work here?
I'd like to introduce you to my replacement.
Nah.
Come on.
No, I think I will pass.
Michael Scott. This is Holly.
Hi, yeah, right. Okay, well, they hired a female Toby. Good for the world. Thank you, God, for creating 2 of you. Here's how things work here. My job is to make the office fun. Your job is to make the office lame. And we have an eternal struggle, you and I. And only one of us can be the winner. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna win.
Man, someone doesn't like HR.
Yeah.
What did you do to him?
Nothing.
No, he tortured me with his awfulness.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I nearly fell asleep when he gave me a tour of the files. Well, look, I'll let you get back to work, but I really look forward to working with you, Mr. Scott.
You can pop Michael. Thanks to Toby, I have a very strong prejudice against human resources. I believe that the department is a breeding ground for monsters. What I fail to consider, though, is that not all monsters are bad. Like E.T., is Holly our extraterrestrial? Maybe. Or maybe she's just an awesome woman from this planet.
And we all know how his relationship with Holly continued. So Michael can't possibly hate Toby just because he works for HR. So there must be something else. Maybe he just hates Toby in general or anything associated with him. But I then recalled season 2, episode called Take Your Daughter to Work Day. You can see Michael play with Toby's daughter, so it can't possibly be that either. When I thought about Toby's family, I remember the thing that Michael keeps on saying.
Michael, can't your conversation wait till Monday?
We want to go home.
Well, you don't even have anybody to go home to, Toby.
Michael, can I talk to you for a second, please?
Yes.
Here's how I usually handle this. All I do is listen. You know, these things just have a way of working themselves out. It's like if you write someone a letter when you're really angry, they say to keep it in a drawer for a couple of days, and then you just never end up sending it.
What do you know about conflict resolution? Your answer to everything is to get divorced. So...
Okay.
Okay,
that
what?
was the right decision for me in my marriage.
Well, that's not going to fly here, because in this office, it is till death do us part.
Michael, I have an extra twin bed if you want.
You are going to be sleeping by yourself for the rest of your life, so you should just get used to it.
Michael always says the office is like a family for him. And there is a reason for this. You see, Michael Scott comes from a broken household. In fact, I don't ever remember Michael talking about his dad throughout the entire show. But he did talk about Jeff.
The word merger comes from the word marriage, and that was what today was supposed to be. The loving union between people. Instead, it has become like when my mom moved in with Jeff. And once again, it becomes my job to fix it. You might be surprised to learn that I have only been to one other wedding. It's actually a very cute story. My mom was marrying Jeff, and they asked me to be ring bearer. And I was understandably emotional, and somehow my pants became wet.
I hate you!
Long story short, Jeff's dog ended up as ring bearer. And the irony is that after the ceremony, that dog peed on everything. And nobody said boo.
This showed how much Michael hated his stepfather Jeff. In fact, all Michael ever wanted was to have a family.
You think you might go?
No.
Whoa.
Is that Michael?
Yeah, I've been pretty much skating my whole life. I thought about playing in the NHL, but you're on the road so much. You get no time to spend with your wife and kids. And I really want a wife and kids.
In fact, that's the reason why he left and moved to Colorado to be with Holly. And this is why he hates Toby. Toby is a divorced father with children. I think Michaels not only sees Toby as an HR rep, but someone that resembles his father who was never there for him during his childhood. And I think he hates Toby because he thinks about Toby's children, who just like him would never have a father growing up. And that's why Michael hates Toby, not because he's from HR, but because he's divorced. So, what do you think? Does Michael hate Toby because of his divorce?
Yeah, everything! Oh, it's all good, it's all good!
Or is it for another reason? Comment down below on why you think Michael hates Toby.